So
Right. Let's
what?
start by downloading XAMPP. Can you go to XAMPP? Just search XAMPP in your browser. Go to Google and search for XAMPP.
Like this?
XAMPP. It is XAMPP. XAMPP.
Okay.
XAMPP. Okay. Press enter. Then you'll be able to find that. And yes, go to the XAMPP download, and there is a. Okay. Then you can see this is for the Windows, the second one for the Linux, and the third one for Mac OS. I think you have to download the second one since you are using Linux.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. Let it download, and this is a GUI version, so graphical user interface version. So you can simply double click and install it in your computer. So XAMPP is a bundle actually. So what we learn up to now is MySQL. MySQL is just the database server environment, and that is only the database server. But here, this is a set of tools, not just the database server. It will install GUI tool called phpMyAdmin, so which you can use to access the database and manage it. And it will also install Apache server environment, that is a web server, and some application servers too, as well as it will install PHP and Perl languages which you can run in your computer. So these are server-side scripting languages. So those also you can run in your computer. Okay, so this is it running or are you getting any screen?
Let me try that again.
So can you go to the place, then you can search. So this extension, I'm not really familiar. Show in folder. The second one, show in folder. Okay, there, can you just right click? And yes, so what it says?
Could not show in software.
Okay, can you just search for XAMPP for Ubuntu?
Okay.
I think maybe a version issue, but the run file, you should be able to run it. So search XAMPP for Ubuntu and check whether you are getting anything related to that.
Okay. Okay.
Right, so you can see the instructions. I think how to make the executable. Yeah, so please follow the instructions accordingly. Is it in the which folder you have installed?
Let's see.
I think in the download folder, right?
Download, yeah. Yeah, downloads.
Please navigate to that folder first. Then you have to add check the permission. So there are something.
Yeah, so it also says username. So
yeah, username is your username. That is your username.
yeah, so
you can replace. So I think it's easy if you like navigate. Is it Minaga? No, not like that.
not like
no,
that?
Minaga, please go to the terminal. Go to the terminal. Anyway, you have to navigate to the download folder, no? So that can be done. Yeah. So you can just say pwd, that is printing working directory. Pwd. Pwd, print working directory.
Oh, pwd. Okay.
Press enter and then press enter. Then you can see you are in home Minaga folder already. You are in there, right? So what you need to go is you have to go one step further to the download folders. You can say CD downloads. I think that is the easiest way. CD downloads. Change directory downloads. Press enter and no such. So you can say ls to find. ls enter. Is there a folder called downloads there? See, check. The yes. Capital D, yeah, capital D downloads. So it is case sensitive, right?
Yeah.
You are not familiar with Linux commands?
I am. It's just I haven't used it for a while since. I haven't used terminal in a while, so I kind of forgot a lot of it.
Now you can continue the tutorial, so which you can see there. I think you have to make the permission first to the package name. chmod 755 is just updating the packages. It will be executable, otherwise like it's not possible to run. So just type it chmod 77755 is okay. This is setting permission to read, write, and execute, right? Then you have to give you have to give your package name there, followed by your package name. So what is your package name? I think the downloaded file, you can check it. XA, yeah. Just type X and A. Just no, just type X and A and press tab. That will automatically add X A. Okay. X then tab. Right. Okay. Present.
Okay.
Present then. Okay, I think it's updated now. Now, yes, you have done the modification. Then what? Right, you no need to confirm, so it will be okay. Yeah. No need to no skip that command. You don't want to think about that. Next, let's go to the next.
So yeah, this
is next command. So step 4.
Step 4.
Okay, you can say sudo and then dot the package name. Yeah, you're executing sudo dot and then X, type X, then tab. Yeah, press enter. I think it will be executed. Give the password for your administrator and it will be okay, you're getting it right there. That is the way, like I was just I have seen some in somewhere in the internet about this Linux environment. So this is just a joke, but the thing is like so one person has wished Linux birthday, so maybe you can do some, yeah. What they have actually sent as a gift, flour, egg, sugar, and some ingredients actually. And by sending the ingredients, they have attached happy birthday. This is your these are your ingredients for your cake. You have to compile it by yourself, right? So that is the nature of Linux environment, you know, because normally we cannot execute. Things once downloaded. We cannot double-click and install like Windows. What we need to do is we have to prepare it first. After preparing only, we can run. So that is just job.
Yeah. At a certain point, it's kind of annoying to do.
Yeah, and then point, it's not fast due to that. But in case like security and in case of like viruses and all, so this will be like because without any knowledge you cannot use this. So that is an advantage, definite advantage. But the thing is like when it comes to the usability and the fast usage, that is a problem. Okay, it's unpacking. Let it go, let it install, and let's proceed. Let me show the steps that we have learned so you can follow that after installing this. Okay. After installing XAMPP environment, so this is actually, I have installed MAMP in my computer. I'm using Mac OS, Apache, MySQL, PHP. This is the MAMP. You can start the servers. Actually, I have already started. Once the servers are started, you can navigate to the local host in your browser and then type php myadmin. Navigate to local host and then type php myadmin. Then when you navigate there, so you'll be able to see this kind of thing. And here you can see the databases. So if you want to create a new database, you can click on new. And let's say I just want to create a database called DB test, and just we'll create that database. And here the DB test is now available. Next is creating tables. Similar to the one that we have done last day. Creating tables, you have to give the table name, let's say BL, user, something like this. Number of columns preferred, I prefer 5 columns. I can do that and click go. Then it will ask the column definitions. So I can give user ID. So maybe username or first name, let's say first name, last name, email, and password. So this is easy because like this UI way. Let's say user ID integer, first name as Vacha, last name as Vacha, email as Vacha, and password as Vacha. And let's enter some lengths of 40 for the first name, 30 for the second name, email, let's have 40 there, and for password, let's have 40. Integer for user ID, I'm using how many? 999. So is it like 4 digits maybe maximum? Okay, then similar time, same time I can put this is a primary key. So when something is primary, when it's primary, it's basically used as a unique identifier, right? Unique identifier. It will be treated as a unique identifier. That means using this, you can identify, right? Index is primary. Okay, using this, you'll be able to identify any row in this table. For an example, think about NIC number or SSN, social security number. So if you have such number, using that, you can identify the person. That means you don't want to ask all the details, just ask SSN or just ask NIC and you will get the information. So that is easy way of identifying the entire row, entire record, just using one field. So that specific field is called the primary key. And you can set it, and if you wish, you can set it to the auto increment. Auto increment means it's automatically, so normally NICs, SSNs are not auto incrementing, but for user ID, you can auto increment. That is when the next user comes, next ID need to be assigned. When the next user comes, the next ID need to be assigned. Likewise, let's say this user, the first user ID is 10, the next user will get 11 automatically. Then there will not be conflicts. That is automatically maintained. So that can be handed over to the database by mentioning AI auto increment. Okay, I'm done with that, and then I can proceed. Save, actually, I can save, or I can preview the SQL. That is also one important thing. So let me preview the SQL. You can see here, create table. This is the SQL that we have written last day. Create table, this table is UID, INT, not null, auto increment. And so these features are there. Then FN, Vacha, not null, Vacha, okay, all these things. Email, Vacha, 40, not null, password, Vacha, engine, not AB. And one thing is missing, actually, I select the primary key, it's not selected. So let me mention there. Oh, I can later add that actually here. So not null, auto increment, the primary key should also come here. But anyway, if due to some error, maybe this JavaScript error, so the primary key part is not added. So that I can add by coding, doesn't matter. So this I can copy and run. So that is one thing. This I can copy and run, that will also be executed. Oh, if I save this, so this will automatically run. That is the advantage. No need to write codes. So you can use the GUI to get this executed. So that is the advantage of this. But writing codes also you can do. So let's do this by writing codes. I'm not going to save. Instead of that, I'm going to SQL part here and start writing code. Okay, let's exit and start writing code there. Okay, create table TBL user. You can say DB test TBL user because there are different databases. So this should be created inside DB test. So the database dot the table. So that is more accurate way of telling that. And then the user ID, this one, and the first name, last name, email, and the password. Yeah, that's it. And close in brackets, and this engine in .ab, you can just ignore that. So without it, that even it will work, the POH SQL. And here actually I need to mention the primary key too. Primary key. Okay, this is my query. This we have learned last day, how to create a table. We have learned that. Let me execute this, and it will end up with creating this table. You can see this is my SQL, and it returns this table. That is the advantage of using the GUI tool, is you can edit it, you can execute it, you can do it using GUI, and you can go to the structure and see this is the table that you have. This is what you get when you describe the table, right? In your SQL, if you try to describe desk TBL user and go, and this is the description that you're getting. about the particular table. So this is a GUI solution, graphical user interface solution for the same problem. Have you installed or still going on? Minaga?
So it did install and it launched for me.
No, can you just share the screen?
Okay. Here it is.
You can go to manage servers. There you can see this Apache started. Can you start the MySQL database as well?
Okay.
That should be started because you need to manage that.
Oh, not. Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Wait.
Okay, so
Start all.
Start
out.
Start all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes this might introduce an error because we have already installed MySQL. And if it conflicts with this SQL installation, sometimes your MySQL will not be started. Let's see so what will happen.
Okay.
It says it is starting.
Not sure how long it's going to start.
Okay. So can you go to localhost by typing localhost in your, right? The first one is stopped. You can see here. The reason is like we have already installed MySQL. There might be errors in the ports. That is the reason. Can you go to MySQL one and see what's the error? Go to the control panel. Now go into the control panel. Not there. So go to the control panel so that you
Control panel?
Yeah, there it is stopped, right? You can see the configuration. Can you see configuration? Same window. You can see configure button in the right side. Same window, yeah, configure button is
over here. Oh,
yes,
okay.
this 3306. Maybe that is the port that is used by the existing version. Or shall we use 3309? 3309.
3309.
Okay, click OK. And now try to start maybe port conflict. That can happen. Start. Yeah, start again. Not start. That will take long time then. Only service which was not started is MySQL. You could start that anyway.
Should I start?
Right now it's okay. Now it's okay. It's fine. Go to the localhost, please. Type in the browser window. Browser window, you have to type localhost. No, localhost. That should be localhost. So I'll send it to the chat. It should be typed like this: http://localhost. This is how you are typing that, right? I'll send it to that.
Okay.
Okay, here you are getting the dashboard. Yeah. So they are delete the dashboard part. Delete the dashboard part, and you have to type PHP myadmin.
Oh, okay.
PHP myadmin.
Like this?
Yeah. Okay, this is introducing you the. So I think the test database is the database that you have already created, or if not, you can create a new one under the databases. Yeah, this command, when you go to the database, it will run show databases command and display all the databases available, right? It is like show databases. If you want to create database, you can give a name and create. So let's create database name DB test. DB test. Create. Very simple. Create a table called TBL user. TBL user. Introduce 5 fields. 5 fields, please.
5 fields.
5. Create. Then you can give the field definitions. User ID, first name, last name, email, and the password. UID.
Okay. So,
UID. Use short acronyms. UID.
oh,
Type them.
I-
Yeah, UID. Then first name FN, last name LN. No, don't use ID again. This next is first FN, first name. Field name. Okay, now the next is last name, next is email, and next is password.
Mhm.
Okay, then user ID INT4.
Here.
Yeah, 4. Then other things, Vacha.
Oh, where? Here?
No, it should be selected there. FN is Vacha, variable characters. I hope you can remember the data types.
So,
FN Vacha, variable characters.
like this?
Yeah. So other things also similar.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Okay. So
Give
should I do it for?
yeah, you can give 30, 40. The number of characters, you can give the maximum that you expect. Maximum number of characters you expect. Password should be, that should also be Vacha. And for the user name, user ID, so let's add 2 more properties. One is that auto increment AI, A_I. Just tick there. Okay, put a right sign in front of the user ID. Not that one. So go in, like, so go further. See, there is a column called index. The type, this is type. No, type is int, that is okay. Length is okay. Default is okay. Collation is okay. Attributes okay. Null is not null. Index is primary. Yeah, index is primary. And okay, click OK there. Then
Null is not.
AI, yeah, auto increment need to be detected. Null, if you take, it will support null values. Don't tick it. Don't tick it. No. Null means empty. So when you keep this leave as blank, it is not supporting empty values. AI need to be ticked. AI,
Sorry, give me a second.
sorry. AI need to be ticked. Auto increment.
Okay, sorry. Where?
That one. After the primary key, the immediate next column. Yeah. Okay, now you can save. That's all.
Okay.
Remember the steps, right? You can see it's creating the tables. Very easy. Right? It's very easy using GUI. But the thing is, you need to remember the commands too, because in the exam, it's not in the examination. In the coding part, this command knowledge is required, right? But here actually, for the prep, after you learn coding, after you know how these are working, then you can just do this very quickly, faster way, like using this GUI tool. But for actually, okay, so let's insert some data into this now. Let's insert some data into this now, just to see how it happened. Yeah, please go to the table, and there is something called insert in the top menu. Can you see? Browse, structure, SQL, insert. Yeah, there. Leave UID blank. Leave UID blank for the other columns, not to the function, the values. Go to the value field, the text box in front of, yeah. Then for the first name, you can enter your first name. The last name, you can enter your last name.
Okay. No.
Yeah, first give a simple password, just some simple password, ABC123 something. This is not going to be like, okay. Then after giving that, you can click go button. After giving this, you can click go button and save this. That will insert data. Please see, this is the query. So can you write down this? This is the one that you have to use to.
Okay, so here.
Please write down this in your book, right? This is the way that you have to insert.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the query that you have to use to insert a record, right? Right. One more thing. So if you are doing this using MySQL, you have to log into the MySQL like I said in the last week. Then start typing this commands, insert into, and that can be done here also. When you go to SQL, you can start typing the command. So if you have finished writing, can you go to SQL or still writing?
I'm almost done.
Okay. After finishing, please go to SQL.
Okay, I'm done. SQL? MySQL?
Yeah, SQL on top headings. No. Top headings, browse, structure SQL. Yeah, so let's write a command there. So how can we write? So you can write insert, erase this,
Oh.
erase everything. Then type insert space into. Then your table name, it is it's PB user, right? I thought PB user, whatever, okay. Space.
Oh, PBL user. PBL user.
Is it PBL user? Okay. Insert into PBL user. Then, so one thing is you can directly tell the values in the specific order. Okay, let's go to values, type values within bracket. No, open the bracket. No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The first one you can give null.
In the bracket?
Yeah, inside the brackets. Null, comma. The first name, you can give any first name within quotation, but this is string value. Within quotation, within double quotation or single quotation, you can give a value. Some other name maybe. No,
a value?
Name, first name.
Oh, okay.
Give your friend's
Any
name. Yeah, any friend. Comma. The last name also you have to give similarly. Email similarly and the password similarly. Please enter all these details. This is the shorthand notation. This is a shorthand notation. The quotation need to be closed. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the password. This is the shorthand notation or the shorter way of telling this. And after finishing, put a semicolon at the end.
Okay.
No, after the brackets, the semicolon.
Oh,
after brackets, the semicolon need to be there. Then click go or save.
Oh.
You can see that go button, I think.
Oh, there. Okay, found it.
Okay. So can you see? So it's inserted, right? One row inserted. So how can we browse? You can go to the browse button there. And you can see there are two records now. The first record is Vinaga Disanayak and the second one is Dale Smith. And you can see both records. The shorthand notation is, so just giving the values. Can you remember the shorthand notation? So shall we insert one more and write down that? Okay, go to SQL again. SQL. So, insert into, then the table name.
Insert into PB.
Then values within bracket. You have to give the first value is null. The reason is it is automatically implemented, right? That is why I am giving null, because null value you can't enter. Null means empty. You are not giving anything. Purposely you are missing it out. Why? Because you know the database is automatically adding that. That is why you are not giving that. That's why you are entering null there, because null values are not accepted by the table. We define like that, right? Not null. Null values are not accepted. But when you give this null value, it knows that database need to do something. So it will add in that auto incremented user ID. That is why we are giving null here. Okay, please enter other values quickly.
Okay.
Enter other values quickly. Here should be the password then. Semicolon to finish. Okay, so please click go and then write this query. Right, this is the query. You can see. Don't refresh. Just write this query in your book, and this is the short notation of inserting. So the first notation of inserting is just by giving the field values. Right, just you have to give the field names followed by the field values. Then this is the second way. If you know the field order, you can use this as well. I'll tell you what if know the field order. So then what to do, I'll tell you next. If you don't know the field order, so how can we do this? I'll do next. So please write down this too.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, so let's go to SQL again. In case if you don't know the field order, so let's insert one more record.
Okay. So
Insert into, then the table name. Okay, now type within bracket, no. Within bracket, you can type the field names. So let's say you don't know the field order. First type email, then comma, email, spellings, email, okay, comma, then password, then last name, LN. No, LN, I think that is, it should be your.
yeah.
Then FN, okay. So now you have given according to what you remember. You have not given in exact order, because the order is UID, FN, LN, email, password, but you just give email, password, LN, FN, okay. Then go to the end. Go to the end and type space and values. Now values you can insert according to the given order within bracket.
Okay.
Just give it in given order. First the email, then the password, then the last name. First the email, then password. Oh, you have to use it inside the quotation. The values have to be quoted.
Like this? Hello?
Yeah. Press enter. Oh, or you can say go. Okay, here you can see it's inserted, right? So let's go and see. Let's browse and see. You can see it's inserted according to the specific order, right? Even though you missed out the order, doesn't matter. The database will handle that. And also note that. So here, these 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are auto-incremented user IDs. User ID 1, 2, 3, 4 are auto-incremented user IDs. Okay, now we know how to insert into database. Okay, we need to go one step further, and after that, the integration can be done. So now, basically, you know how to create databases, how to create tables, and how to insert data, either GUI way or CLI way, right? Then, so the next thing is, how can we get data from these tables? Again, please go to SQL. Yeah. So because when you click browse, automatically the data will be there, right? Go to the browse one more time. So what is the query? You can see the query, right? When you go to this place, okay, you can see the query. Query is select asterisk from PBL user. So select asterisk from your table name. That will result. That will give you this result. Let's go to the SQL and start writing these queries now. So the first query, select asterisk from TBL user. Okay. Erase the where part. That is not required.
Oh, I want to write down the command for if I don't know the order really quickly.
Command for?
If I don't know the order of it really quickly.
Yes, please write down. So you couldn't write. Okay, please write down that. If order is unknown, if order is not known, yeah, you have to insert the field names and then the relevant field values. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, please write select. So this is to retrieve data, right? Select asterisk. Asterisk means everything. Asterisk. You have to put the asterisk symbol. Asterisk symbol.
Asterisk. This
Symbol. So that is in, I think, 8 space asterisk, right? Space asterisk. Select space asterisk. Space. From then the table name. Okay, semicolon, that will give you the full result. Semicolon to finish this and will give you the full result. That means it will retrieve all the data from this table.
press go.
Yeah, you can see. So it returns everything from the table. Okay, that is easier. How can we get specific column or specific field? Let's go to SQL back again, and you can write a column name or column names. Okay, let's go to the SQL back again. I'll give you time to write down, don't worry. So then type select. You can type instead of asterisk, erase asterisk, and there you can type fn, ln, first name, last name. Then from the table name. From the table name. Okay. That will give you only the first name and last name. So not giving other additional data, only specific field names. Okay, that means you can filter fields too. First thing is you can get all the data without filtering. The second thing is you can get data without filtering. The second thing is you can get data with filtering, with field filtering. Third, can we filter rows? So let's go to the SQL again. Let's go to the SQL again. Okay, can you write another again? Can you please write there? Select first name, comma, last name, FNLN. Select FNLN space from the table name space where now you have to mention the condition where you have to mention the condition you can say where let's say where UID equal 4. You will get first name and last name of the specific person, or you can just copy it because later also you can change this. Just copy the command. Copy everything.
So
Yeah, copy everything before you run. Copy everything. Put a semicolon also, right? Semicolon to the end.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, run it. You can see it's getting only the this recrock, the last one only. Why? Because you have specifically said the user ID 4. You need details of user ID 4. Right? So that you can specifically. Okay. Next, let's go back. SQL, paste it again. Paste the copied command.
okay.
Go to SQL.
Sorry, I'm writing it down. Okay. SQL.
Yeah, erase and paste it. You can change this, right? Where UID equal 1. You can see UI where FN equal Ninaga. Within quotation. If it is a string value, you have to tell it within quotation.
Okay.
You're getting that details, right? So likewise, specifically, you can get the details, specific rows. Okay, shall we write down this? Get in specific rows, get in specific columns, and get in everything. So these are selection methods. Let me give, I think it's available now, not also. Okay, here, these are the selection methods. This you can write. Yeah. Up to here. Okay. Select data. Here the first one is there is a table called student. Selecting everything from the student table. So that is the first command. The second command is, so either you can do this by mentioning all the names. Actually, here there is a small change. So the field renaming also done. So FN is not a sensible field names. FN is just a keyword like thing. But you can just display select FN as a first name. So what will happen when you get the result? You can see in the column set, sorry, in the field set, you can see the field heading as first name. This will change the field headings. Gender as gender, city as city from the students. And actually, how many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 columns will be retrieved with proper. You can get this with proper field names. So that is additional thing I couldn't mention in the previous one. So you can just try this command in your one also. And the next one is basically getting the selected fields that we discussed. So getting ID, FN, LN from, so only 3 fields are retrieved. Change column names can be done. You can select FN as first name, DOB as date of birth. These are field name changing. And exactly selecting rows can be done with the where clause. So we can apply where and get this equivalent, the field name equivalent to the specific field value. So that will give you that. And this is also important. So if you are not aware what exactly that, so you can just get just get likelihood values. You can just say like this, like percentage goal means, so it is something having goal. So it can be normal goal, can be K goal or some goal, whatever goal. So will be there. So it is percentage means anything in the beginning can be, the last thing is this. So here actually this is a specific query. See, select asterisk from the table where the tell like 77 or tell like 76. The number starting from 77 or 76. Here the number starting, number starting from select the numbers. You are getting the numbers that is starting from 77 or 76. Likewise, you can just refine the queries using this like clause. So that is the last thing that we need to. Okay, now we know how to retrieve, and so then another thing is merging, right? So you can merge here. So if you want to merge 2 things together, right? Select FN as first name, LN as last name, gender as gender, city as city from the students, where city is equal to goal and gender is equal to female. You are having 2 conditions using and. Inserting, applying 2 conditions. Means the city should be equal to goal. Not only that, the gender should be equal to female. This will retrieve people from, actually females from goal. This will retrieve details of females from goal. So likewise, you can refine the queries and get data. Okay, so this is about the data retrieval part. This is about the data retrieval part in SQL. So now what we need to do, right? Shall we try like query also one time like query, and then we can conclude today's lesson. Next day we'll be discussing the other part, that means like how can we merge them together, the programming language with the database part, how can we merge. So that is the important thing that can be done tomorrow. So let's conclude with this like query. So can you share again? I just want you to write one like query. Minaga. Hello. Okay. So let's go to the interface. Okay, there. So go to SQL again. So let's say you want names with letter A. Select all from the table name where. Okay, you can type select, not all, asterisk. Don't write asterisk. You don't have all. Asterisk from the table name. VBL. Where you can say where FN like space FN like you can say within quotation percentage A simple A percentage. Simple A. So that what will be the result? So at the start or end, you can have any character, but in the middle, there's letter A. Okay, let's run the query and see. So it will highlight. It should highlight, yeah. So you can see 3 names are listed. Minaga, Dev, Mata. 3 names are listed because all 3 names are having letter A in the middle. That's the reason. So what is missing here? So we had 4 records now. Whose name is missing? Can you go to normal browse? Just go to normal browse. No.
Okay.
Browse. Yeah, Rick's name. Rick has no A. Letter A is not there in Rick's name, right? Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. So please note that this is the like query. Like query means you don't have to give specifically this value is equal. So where clause you don't have to specifically mention, but you can give a clue, right? Maybe so if you want to get 1, 2, 3 type passwords, how can you write a like query? Go to SQL, select asterisk from TBL user where just keep that as it is. Where you can say password like percentage, password like within quotation percentage 1, 2, 3 percentage, right? So that will simply give this will give the passwords ending with 1, 2, 3 because you have just mentioned percentage in the beginning also. Okay, run the query. Right, you can see the password ending with 1, 2, 3, but not password starting with 1, 2, 3. If you need ending and starting both, edit the code. Can you see small edit button there? After the query, yeah, edit, yeah. Just add percentage mark to the end of 1, 2, 3 also. After 1, 2, 3 also add a percentage mark. So that will give then both starting and ending. Okay. Right, you can see 2 are now. The first one is ending, the second one is starting. Right, likewise you can get both. Okay, I hope you understood this. Please write down this in your book too. This is how we can get close matches, not the exact matches, close matches. So let's discuss the remaining thing next day, tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.